Okay, so let's compare weight loss versus fat loss. What are the comparisons? So this is a woman who's lost some weight. Her focus was on the scale and getting as many pounds down as possible, right? So I'm going to differentiate between weight loss and fat loss. So the focus is on the scale. We don't care where it comes from. We just want to get it to change. And it can lead to being obsessive. I don't know if you guys experience that, but being obsessed by the number on the scale is quite common in our industry. It often occurs rapidly. So you're going to tend to see more of a loss in lean mass. Sorry, guys. My slide was hiding. There we go. Okay, so you're going to see a rapid loss of lean body mass. You're going to get the consequences of dieting are going to be more severe, right? Your metabolic adaptation. But, to sort of defend, practitioners and medical professionals, it can sometimes be the necessary case if you're obese or severely obese, because you have a lot more issues that need to be addressed, and you got to get the weight off quickly. So that's just a small caveat. It'll exacerbate your micronutrient shortages. It often leads to weight rebound and may or may not include exercise. And we would all agree on this call that exercise is beneficial regardless of weight, right? Some argue it's the fountain of youth. So what's the difference between weight loss and fat loss? So you can see the difference in the pictures of the two different women that we've depicted here, right? So this woman, in the industry, sometimes we call this, soft skinny or skinny fat, as opposed to someone who looks like this, right? Who looks more fit. So fat loss, what's the difference? The focus is on, again, starving your fat while you're building your muscle. Your diet quality is prioritized. Slower changes on the scale. So a lot of people may find it more frustrating, less motivating, because the scale does move slower, but it tends to be more sustainable. The consequences of dying are less severe. You can really preserve your metabolism better. The appearance, that's no doubt. It includes resistance training, and it supports functional independence with age, right? In other words, you get a higher quality of life among older people who resistance train and exercise on a consistent basis. So you can clearly see the difference, right? So what are the factors that influence whether or not I lose lean mass versus fat? So let's just list those really quick. How fast do you lose? So the rate, right? That equates to the size of your daily calorie deficit. That's going to influence how much muscle is lost, whether or not you resistance train, how much protein you eat, are you getting the right micronutrients, how often you're eating, as well as your age. We know that with age, it's like the universe goes, we don't really need you past reproduction, so you can start to lose muscle. And that's really what happens. You start to lose muscle as you age. And then your training status, whether or not you're new to exercise and resistance training or not, we know it's tougher for trained individuals to put on mass as they, reach their sort of genetic ceiling, if you will.